Well then. Hmm. Well, hello. How art thou? How are we today? Whew. It's been one of those days. I feel like Monica, just one of them days when I want to be all alone. Mm. Hey, people. Hi. Hey, Miss KK. Hey, Shakira. Hey, Surprise Around the Corner. Hey, Miguel. Y'all know hey, my girl really be well known. I called her, is you going live, whore? And she says no. And so I said, well, okay, well, I'll go live for the people. I had a couple minutes here. Hey, Sassy Francis. Hey, Discovering Des. Shondo, everybody, as you come in the room. Hey, y'all, what's going on? And yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple things today. Get our minds out. It's been a lot of goings on, a lot of heavy topics. So I am here to lighten the mood and lighten everything up and make us feel give us a little laugh. It's been a lot going on over the last couple of days. So we need to laugh, have a good time, and all of that good stuff. Hey, Georgia. Hey, Georgia Val. Hey, Yana. Lily, Danny, Laurie, Sullivan, Patty, Lady Steph, David. What's good, Abby? What's good, boo? Hey everybody. Child, am I ready for the Super Bowl festivities? Child. Woo, child. Since this is the house of debauchery, speaking of Super Bowl festivities, I've gotten wind of a sex party in Miami this weekend, Super Bowl weekend, while there are all of these athletes and stuff in town. Exclusive invite only. I got an invite. I can bring the +1. And even if I don't go, I can send my +1 as long as they have the passcode and stuff. So, so that's one of the festivities that you won't be hearing about out in the streets. But you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Yes, it is a spectrum sex party, meaning you got to be gay to get in. You got to meet the requirements. Child, a mess. Who I think going to be in a scandal this weekend, child. You won't hear about it. If it's going to be any scandals to be had, Abby, you won't hear about it. Discretion is always the word of the day. Child, it's so cold. Listen, so it wasn't that. I told you we'd be having apocalyptic weather. Really be. So earlier this morning, it was like 68. Now I look and it is, when I walked off the job today, when I left, it was like, what in the world? So it's down to 42. See what I'm doing? And it's dropping as we speak. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. So yeah. Hey everybody, as you come in the room, I got a couple stories. Y'all know I keeps me an article or two to read. Yeah, child, y'all, somebody gonna show their whole ass this week. And it's in Miami. Y'all know whenever they have the Super Bowl in Miami, that's why, if I'm not mistaken, they have not had the All-Star weekend in Miami since like the 80s or something like that. Because they know when you come to Miami, you got a lot of money to spend. Niggas lose their whole damn mind, the entirety of their minds down in my city of Miami. And so it's a lot of trouble to get in. So you already know what Miami gives. That's why, child, that's one of the competitive advantages Miami has. Because the bright lights, the women, the men's is too. The beach and all of that good stuff. Child, just a mess. So how are we today? Shondo in the room to everybody. Hey Shelby. They moved me to full liquids. I can only have a little couple sips, then I am full. I am taking water. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember you were supposed to be having surgery. Okay, good. Are you recuperating well? I'm glad. It looks like everything went well. Just want to make sure you're recuperating well. I hope I can add a laugh or two. Hopefully that laugh don't bust the gut and have you in there longer. But I'm glad to hopefully we can lighten the load, lighten the spirit. Like I said, it's been a lot of heavy topics this weekend. With deaths and all of that and so forth. Child, y'all got people paying people rent and stuff across these here streets. Y'all got people dragging each other kids across these here streets. Hey, Fayette. So we are here not on that heavy stuff. We are here to lighten the mood, lighten the load, have a good time because we've been at work all day and a bitch don't want to hear about nothing. All down and depressing and stuff. And so we here to have a good time. So I got two stories, two articles to read to y'all. I'm not in Miami right now, Larry. And from what I understand, calling my people back home, they ain't feel nothing either. So, yeah. All right. So, first story. Which one do we want to read first? Let's see here. Now, this first story we're going to read. Hey, Simone. Okay. Well, I'm glad he's letting you go home. That means that you are recuperating well. Child. He coming to Miami, he gonna lose the entirety of his damn mind. The entirety. Now, the first story goes back to when this came out, maybe about a year or two ago. I think it was 2018, or maybe it was last year, where this whole narrative and storyline came out, and then it grew a little bit of legs, but then we knew that they were trolling us. So these two young men are still trolling us. I mean, quiet as it's kept, I wouldn't mind being the meat in the sandwich that they make, but quiet as it's kept, we know these two young men are trolling us, and I'm here for all of the trolling that they're doing. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Boo. So the headline says, Jaden Smith congratulates Tyler, the Creator, on Grammy win. Quote, my boyfriend just won a Grammy. End quote. Child. Hey, Shauna. Child. No, I ain't playing with you, KK. Miss KK, you a damn man. Listen, I know, Abby, this came out, I think, want to say 2018. They've been trolling us since 2018 with this foolery. I wouldn't mind. Now, part of me says, Abby, that they wanted to come off as trolling to throw us off. Because sometimes people do that. Sometimes in order to throw you off away from the truth, people will either go really, really cynical about something, or they'll try to troll you on something and make it seem so far-fetched that even the truth that they're telling you seems like it's not the truth. Right, hide it in plain sight. A mess, just a mess. And I'm here for all of it. I've been a Tyler the Creator fan for a long time. There's some things that young man can do. No, he is cute to me, Simone. I'm sorry. I love me some Tyler the Creator. There's some things that I would do to him, and there's some things that he could do to me. Ooh, Lord. Child. Ooh. There was some alleged meat pics released of him maybe about 3-4 years ago. He never confirmed or denied them. He just let the rumors settle out there. Child, Dez, I love me some Tyler too. Child. I went to the Eagle and got my child. I know you did, Dez. I know you got the entirety of your life. Child, you know I like what people don't like, Simone, so I'm good with it. Let me read said article for y'all. After I read this article, we'll make a decision as to whether or not they're trolling or they're just hiding in plain sight. Article says, perhaps no one is happier for Tyler, the Creator, than Jaden Smith. At the 2020 Grammy Awards on Sunday night, the artist took home the coveted Best Rap Album trophy, earning him his very first win at the show. Quote, to the new fans, to the old ones, all the crazy stuff I do, I never fully felt accepted in rap and stuff. End quote, he told the audience while up on stage. So y'all always stand by me and get me here. I really appreciate that. End quote. Back home, an excited Jaden could not help but praise the rapper on his victory, tweeting, quote, my boyfriend just won a Grammy. End quote. It's not the first time the 21-year-old has used the affectionate term while raving about Tyler. Indeed, back in November 2018, Jaden professed his love for the 27-year-old while on stage at Tyler's annual festival, Camp Flog Gnaw Carnival. Quote, I just want to say Tyler, the Creator, is the best friend in the world, and I love him so fucking much. End quote. He shouted into the microphone at the time. And I want to tell you guys something. I want to tell you, Tyler doesn't want to say, but Tyler's my motherfucking boyfriend. And he's been my motherfucking boyfriend my whole fucking life. Tyler, the Creator, is my fucking boyfriend. It's true. End quote. When the camera panned toward Tyler, he was seen laughing and wagging his finger as if to say no. Still, Jaden didn't stop there. Later, in a since deleted tweet, he wrote, quote, yup, Tyler, the Creator, I told everyone you can't deny it now, end quote. Tyler's response, quote, you a crazy nigga, man, end quote. And just to drive his point home, one more time, Jaden once again hushed over the Earthquake singer during a interview and Apple Beats Music One radio. Quote, I recently said that Tyler, the Creator, is my boyfriend, and that's true, end quote, he said. So just so you know. So y'all know I ain't got no damn sense. So are they trolling or are they hiding in plain sight? Okay, if you think that they're trolling, put a 1. If you think that they are hiding in plain sight, wanting it to appear as if they're trolling, put a 27 in the chat. 1 for trolling, 27 for hiding in plain sight. I mean, you gotta think of the pedigree and the gene pool that Jaden comes from. You know, the story has been rumored for a long time about his daddy. I'm just saying. Simone, you say a little of both? Interesting. I'm going to go with, I want to lean toward what Simone said, a little of both, but if I have to pick one or the other, I'm going to say they're hiding in plain sight. What got a whole girlfriend got to do? Child, Miss KK, it's a whole lot of men have a whole girlfriends and whole wives and be sleeping and have a whole boyfriend on the side. I've dated a lot of those men. Sorry, you can hate me now, but yeah, I've been that guy in my younger years. Not so much now, but back when I was younger, in my 20s, oh, I was here for all of that. I was here for all of that. Hey, Lady T. I was here for all of it. All of it. Shauna, I'm with you. Who is this alleged girlfriend? Child. But see, that's my point. You said that's not his man, but they could have had relations. They could be hiding in plain sight because they feel like people are going to believe it's so far-fetched and so unbelievable. People don't want to believe it. Child, cut buddies to child, I ain't mad. You know, everybody, you need you a good cut buddy. You know, that's the whole we talked about that, you know, a couple months ago, having a stash full of cut buddies, honey. Child, I know you from Miami. Miss KK talk about cut buddies. You know, that's a Miami term right there, honey. Oh Lord. My uncle has a whole wife. We called her the bearded lady. You know what? Not the bearded lady. Not the bearded lady. You know what? Y'all stupid. Y'all are stupid. I think they messing around. The man at my job had a whole wife and got caught in the parking lot naked with a male coworker. I'm trying to tell you what I know, Simone. Simone, girl Simone. Child. I was that guy. Not the guy cheating on his girlfriend, but the guy who your husband or your boyfriend was cheating with. I was him, child. I got a car. I'm a car carrying members of Homewreckers Are Us, and we are here for all of it. Okay. Yes, a stable of side, child. We talked, Abby. You know, we had that on my Silly Saturday Live, child. We talked about having a stash. When you have a full stash, you have one for every day of the week. There were points in my life where I had one for every day of the week, and I did not call them by their names. They were called by the day of the week. And you could ask some of my friends, they could tell you about a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Saturday. Child, one of my famous ones is Wednesday, honey. Ooh, child, they tell me all the time, whatever happened to Wednesday? I used to love Wednesday, honey. You talk about hump day. Hump day? Child. Ooh, that because Wednesday stuck around for a long time. Like, you know, niggas coming in and out of the stash, you know, they stay a couple weeks, couple months, and then they, you know, going on. Wednesday stayed a couple years, honey. I still keep in contact with him. Mind you, Wednesday got a whole wife and kids right now. But if I called Wednesday right now and said, let's do the do, I'm just telling you. Just telling you. He got caught by security with his pants down in the parking lot. Child, not the parking lot. At least do one of the bathroom stalls, God. I found out my ex was a whole bottom, not a whole ass bottom. You know what, Jacqueline? Now, I'm not here to bottom shame. And for all of my LGBTQIA men in the room who want to speak to this, tell me. Now, if I'm in a relationship with a guy, I've been in relationships where I've been a total bottom. I've been verse. I've even been in a relationship where I was mainly the top. In the relationships where I was the bottom or verse bottom, meaning mostly bottom, it is kind of disheartening when you break up with this person, they go and be with somebody else, and you find out in the new relationship they're slap ass bottom, and you be looking like just as upset as y'all be women when your man cheat with you with a whole ass man. That's how you feel if you a bottom and your boyfriend who professed to be a top now all of a sudden break up with you, get in a new relationship, and he a slap ass bottom. Now there are variations to bottom. There's bottom, there's power bottom, and there's slap bottom. Child. What you say, Des? Des, read me. Now, do I think Jaden is gay? Yeah, but I think they are playing with us. But see, Patty, that goes back to the hiding in plain sight part. It's sensible for them to hide the age difference. Hollywood is weird like that. Money has to be protected. They do have an age gap. Jaden is what, 21 or so? 22, somewhere around there. Tyler the Creator is late 20s. Now, I read that. I can't imagine they'll tell you as a total about child. I've been in relationships like that. Yes, 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 yes. I do have a question, and please don't get offended. I dated an older man who loved to get stuck with a dildo during sex, and he says that is freaky, not gay. I'll let the women in the chat be the answer to that. Okay, women in the chat, since the question was posed, put a 1 if he's not gay. Hey, punitive damages, put a 2 in the chat. I'm not a 2, a 27 in the chat if your man is gay. If your man say, put a dildo in me while we having sex, does that make him gay? Put a 1. I forgot what the numbers was. Put a 1 if that does not make him gay. Put a 27 if it does make him gay. There we go. That's what it was. Hey, Nappy Child. Now, believe it or not, I'm going to say 1. I'm going to say that doesn't necessarily make him gay. I would venture to tell you, just because a man has a sexual experience with another man does not make him gay. And I know that's like far-fetched. Like, if he were gay, he would be with a man. You got to understand that there's a certain orgasm that a man gets when you stimulate his prostate via his rectum that you can't just get from regular sex. Like, there's a different level of orgasm when the prostate is I mean, you even see it in the animal kingdom. That's how when they go and get male animals to produce sperm, they don't like jack off the male animal. They go through the rectum and they, massage, or they, tickle or massage or work the prostate to the point where that animal will ejaculate. So it doesn't necessarily. I have had guys who, in my younger days, I keep saying in my younger days, I played more with the men's who said they wasn't gay than the men's who claimed they was. But anyway, there were guys, especially during college year. Your college years, you will play with anybody, anything with a hole, anything or anybody with a wet hole, man, woman, cat, dog. Shouts out to my Love and Hip Hop New York review for last night when I said man, woman, cat, dog, insectia. If he wants it once, I will look at him side eye. If he want it often, he needs to go. But what about see, this is the double standard. We talked about this a while ago. See, this is the double standard because see, y'all like for the girls can go and have these lesbian affairs many, many, many times over, and they ain't seen as being gay. They just seen as being a woman. But like I was about to say, there are men who will experience have a sexual experience with another man. Doesn't necessarily make him gay. It could just be that he wanted to try it out, see how it was. If he liked it or he didn't like it, doesn't necessarily make him gay. Because I think that, see, you got to know about him. Hold on. Let me take a swig. Let me tell you something about a man. Okay? Let me tell you something about a man. If his dick get hard, he's here for it. A dick will get hard whether or not you're attracted to something. I'm just telling you what I know. A dick will get hard whether or not you're attracted to something. Just saying. I've I've watched straight porn and seen some women, and it'd be like, "Oh, that don't make me straight." I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, they can get one, and there are a lot of muscles there, Patty. Do I see your question? It is very stimulating because there are a lot of nerve, and I said muscles, nerve endings down in that area, and it will get them aroused. But there's a very different level of orgasm that happens when it's done via the prostate through the anus. That is a very different level, which is why you will see men, straight men, that will want to have something inserted inside of them for the purpose of, hitting the prostate while they and stuff like that. Yolanda says he would ride with the toys in his trunk and offered to pay me to do it. I wasn't a child, but that's a big. You would, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's some biblical scholars that will correct me. The Bible even alludes to, if you are married, there's nothing, contaminated in the bed of two married people. I'm just saying. Hashtag IJS. Ciao. Here I go again, coming in on the peen discussion, tipping in, sit down and get my notebook out. Ciao, Rochelle. Right. Thank you, Evie. The marriage bed cannot be defiled. If you married and your husband say, stick this dildo in me, is it wrong? Are you divorcing your husband? Thank you, Lady T. Ladies, put a 27 in the chat if you are divorcing your husband, if he wants you to put dildos in him often. Put a 1 in the chat if you are not going to divorce your husband. So 1 if you're not going to divorce your husband. 27 in the chat if you will divorce your husband because y'all married and he develops this fetish for dildos inside of him. This your husband now. This ain't your boyfriend. This ain't your boo thing. This ain't your cut buddy. This is your husband. Are you shoving that dildo up in him? Child Simone say, ain't no dildos going up in my husband. Punitive damages say, baby, I'm going to divorce court. See a Judge Maybelline, honey. Yolanda say, nope, not doing the Jasmine say, nope. That is interesting. I will pack his ass out. I don't want to ride. I don't want to ride, not stick. Wait, what? You want to ride, not stick. I think I don't know. What Lady T said? Oh, 1, but I'm having an affair after that. Oh, you having an affair, Lady T? Because I don't see. I mean, if he's still dicking you down, if your husband is still laying the wood down, throwing you from wall to wall, giving you CTE from your head getting thrown into the headboard and you getting concussed over and over and over. If your husband is laying down pipe, but still wants a little pipe up in him, not from a man, but from a dildo, so he can get that, stimulation to his prostate. What is the he's not asking for a man. He don't want a dick flopping around. He just wants, Now, I had a coworker ask me this. She said that her husband started wanting to have anal more than he wanted to have vaginal sex. And she asked me, is my husband gay? Now, I told her, man, sweetie, I can't tell you whether or not your husband is gay. That's a question you need to ask him. He might just like the feeling of the tightness of the vagina. I mean, granted, she had 3 kids. I said, maybe you need vaginal rejuvenation or something. Maybe your cooch too loose. She kind of took offense to me saying her cooch was too loose, but still. Now, ladies, I got a lot of ladies in here. A lot of ladies in here. Is it wrong? Jada said, but it's shaped like a dick. It is shaped like a dick. Did you know they now have uncircumcised dildos now? They got dildos with foreskin now. You can go buy some. Miss KK, you said this is peen overload for you. As hard as it is to find one, no, not leaving. Yeah. Y'all got it going on in this chat today. I can't even keep up. Well, you told her correctly. That situation would require comment. Child, that's a conversation that they need. I can't tell you if your husband gay or not. That's a conversation you got. He might just like anal sex. Get a man in the booty. Throw it back. I can help. And then I said, well, I started giving her some tips. I said, here's some things that you could do. Because she really liked it. But I said, here's some things that you can do. I told her, I said, eventually over time, the more you do it, the more comfortable your body will get, and you will adjust to the size of your man's stuff, and anal will become easier. Child, I don't want D with skin. As my husband, you should know me well enough to put me in a than to put me in an uncomfortable situation as such. I am talking too much. I had an ex who was big for anal, and needless to say, we broke up. Woo, Lady T, you say not over your cute, Chunny? Well, it's still your body, Lady T. Now, wait a minute, ladies. Wait a minute. If the man is not going out there cheating with another man or another woman, and he just simply says that he wants anal with you more than maybe he wants vaginal sex with you, I mean, I don't know. Now, I tell you what you should be afraid of. If your man just want oral and don't want vaginal or anal, then that's a problem. Then what that says to me is, baby, he cheating somewhere. I don't care how good your head is. A man gonna want to go up in something. Tell you what I know. And if that's your man, that ain't your side boo. That is your boyfriend. That's your man. That's your husband. And all he want is oral. I don't buy it. Now you can't do nothing to make me believe that he ain't cheating. I'm sorry. What is still a penis? What are we talking about? What about this? Y'all got it going on in this chat. I can't wait, hold on. I would skin him and wear his skin as a winter coat to Chicago. Wait, what? What did I miss? Clutching pearls with arched back, pushing it and parting fully. Wait, what about me? I done missed something in the chat. I can't even go back. I done missed something that happened clearly in the chat that I done left out. That I done missed. Y'all let me know what I missed. As long as he don't mind me putting on my dominatrix outfit when I do it, then I'm done. Do what? Wait, what did I miss? Y'all ought to miss something. My husband got so offended when I made him get. Oh, no. That's disrespectful, Simone. You take, if it's a grown man, you take the penis as it is, because it is very painful to cause a grown man to get circumcised. That is excruciatingly painful for a man. He may never tell you how painful it is, but that is like life-altering pain. You don't do that to that man. That's so wrong. Simone, not Simone. Here's the side eye. You ain't supposed. No, leave that man dick alone. He would make me log off if you. Yo, boo, there, lady T. Yo, boo is that? Shall we? Yeah, put the headphones in. We don't want him to know we telling all the secrets. Some men don't like what? What are we talking about? I'd have missed a whole conversation in this chat. Clicking across the floor, dripping for wait, what? Fix it. That's ugly. Wait, no. Uncircumcised penis in its natural form is such a beautiful thing. Simone, you are so dominant over here. You better be Electra. Okay. You are so dominant. Yeah, adult circumcision can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. What part of the country you live in, Simone? Because if you live where I'm from, down south in South Florida, you're gonna run across way more uncircumcised than you're gonna run across circumcised. I'm just telling you what I know. And I done see more dicks than a bathroom urinal at a stadium. Telling you what I know. Dildo or not, it is still a penis attached to a man or unattached. Oh, but what if it's your finger? What if you want your finger then, Jasmine? What about the finger? As soon as I saw you were live, I went and got Lady T, you knew I was now you know my lives always go left, Lady T. You know we always go left at some point. I disagree. He would never get oral with that ugly thing. Ooh. If I'm not gonna go down this. One day we'll have the whole conversation: circumcised versus uncircumcised. That's a topic for a Saturday morning. I'll be back. I need to make sure husband's booty hole ain't saying don't be temple. Oh, punitive. I'm not doing this with you today. They eat everything off the plate. Is that a metaphor, Jacqueline? They eat everything off the plate. Oh, okay, tell him, Miss Creole, pull that skin back and get the sucking, honey. And if you're a professional, the tongue pulls the skin back for him. You don't even need him to do nothing because my tongue will handle all of that for you, okay? Just lay back. I got you, boo. I have skills. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Ladies, what y'all got going on in my chat today? What do y'all got going on in my chat today, ladies? I'm here for y'all. Ladies, I told y'all we were here to take your mind off of the fuck shit and fuckery. And we needed to laugh, child. They eat do tell about this eating everything off the plate. Right, Yolanda. I just didn't like child. Y'all not gonna keep disparaging these menses and their penises. Right, Miss Creole, look ma, no hands. Child, if you can't do the look ma, no hands, honey. Child. Child, if you listen, if you can't do the look ma, no hands, baby, your man will find somebody that can do the look ma, no hands. Okay. And if you got the right man, a man will take your hands away in a minute. You try and put your hands on his dick if you want to while you sucking it. He gonna grab the hand and move it away. No hands. Put a 27 in the chat if your man ever did that to you. Put your hands away, pushed your hand away and said no hands. Put a 27 in the chat if your man or if you ever had a man that did that. Child, that's mostly when you young. You always had that, when you young and stuff, you start to do the thing, and you had that, but they always said, no hands. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Ladies, y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Child. My younger days, honey. I mean, we all have, post-secondary degrees in fellatio now, but back in the day, in our late teens, early 20s, those of us that started in our teens, it wasn't perfected when you first started. Ain't nobody was birthed out the womb as a pro. You had to hone your skills. Punitive, if you say, how did you get locked into this conversation? I need you to talk to a sober after this. Hey, Tanari Shondo, boo. We all are professionals at it now, but we ain't start as no professional. Child. Child, really be. I don't know how we got. I don't know how we went from Tyler and Jayden, and we are here. A mess, a mess. Oh dear God. Child, I don't even know if y'all ready for this next article, God. I was a protege. That means if you were a protege, that means somebody was teaching you. No, but my teacher was a professional. Exactly, Yolanda, but you still had to learn. They taught you what to do. You had skills the first time Patty do? Child. That's what you said. Let me go talk to them first couple menses who you wrap your lips around they meat. Everyone had that man that would teach you. What you hope is that your first, like I was fortunate enough that my first boyfriend kind of groomed me and taught me the way. Now it helped that my first penis was abnormally large, and I don't think to this day I've ever had a penis that large in my life. But you know, when you have to learn with grotesquely large stuff, it makes the average size stuff much easier to deal with. We'll see, Michelle. Breathe through your note. We'll see, Michelle. Wait a minute. Let me help you out. Now, if you are doing it right, okay, it is impossible to breathe and suck the penis at the same time. Because if you're deep throating, okay, if you're deep throating, meaning you're sucking the penis the right way, when the penis goes, remember, if you learn, where's my hold on, child, y'all got me going back into teacher mode. Okay. All right, let me do. So that's the nose. Now, all right. So this is the mouth cavity right here, right? Now, when you get to the mouth cavity, there's a flap here. I'm gonna show y'all in just a second. And then there's another flap that go. It's kind of like this, okay? Now, over here in the, and then you have the nose right here, right? Hold on. This is the nose, the nostrils. Now, there's a flap right here that goes, that flap right there. That's the flap that that's a flap that lets everything in your nostrils go into your mouth. It usually connects. It's well, technically, it's further back. It's not that far up. It's further back. It's technically about right there. Okay, it's technically way further back, about right there, the little flap. And that flap will shift down and open up like that, and then allow all of the stuff in your nose to go down your throat. Now, you have the little thing that hangs down there, the epiglottis, the little thing that hangs in the back of your throat. At the moment when something touches your epiglottis, your trachea or your windpipe, your trachea or your windpipe will close. The little flap will close that off, and it would allow everything else to go down your esophagus, okay? Your esophagus. So my point in this instruction is this. When you are deep throating the penis the right way, okay? Okay? At the moment that it enters the mouth, okay, it has to go down the esophagus because the body is not going to let it go down the trachea. It's too big to go down the trachea anyway because that's for air. When it goes down the esophagus, it closes off the windpipe. What you don't have both open at the same time. You don't swallow and breathe at the same time. You're going to do one or the other. The body is going to make you do one or the other, because the reason it makes you do one or the other is it doesn't want any water or food or anything going down the windpipe, or otherwise you'll cough. So what happens is this: if you are truly deep throating and it's down the throat, down the esophagus, you cannot breathe. So when that rat ass bastard got you lips to pelvic bone, meaning you are truly deep throating, your lips are hitting his pelvic bone, okay? You are actually sticking your tongue out and licking the balls at the same time because you have those legendary skills, and he's way down here, down your esophagus, okay? There's no breathing that goes on then. There's no breathing. So if he's holding your mouth there, you could fucking choke to death and die. Now, the only way to breathe while it's in there is for it to come up to a point to where it gets to the back of the throat, but not inside the throat. You can do it to the point where you can get it to the back of the throat, still allow where it's not down the esophagus, and still allow the trachea to be open, and you can still breathe. That's where you can breathe out your note. When it's just maybe to the back of the mouth, right here, but not down the esophagus here. Okay. So that's where you can still breathe out of your nose, or if you open your mouth and allow air in, you can still breathe because it's not down the esophagus. But if it gets down the esophagus, there's no breathing that can take place. Yes. Just telling you what I know. Now, the other thing about it is, you know how they say good dick will put a tear to your eyes? That's actually true. Why does it put a tear to your eyes? Here's a lesson in anatomy and physiology. Your lesson in anatomy and physiology is this. All sphincters in the body want to open at the same time. When one sphincter open, all of them want to open. Now, there are a couple sphincters. There's the anal sphincter. There's the urinary sphincters. There are two of them, internal and external urinary sphincters. There's the sphincters to your tear ducts. There's the esophageal sphincter. There's one at the bottom of the esophagus, and then there's the one at the top of the esophagus. That's a sphincter as well. Sphincters are things that you can open and close voluntarily. So what happens is this. When the penis goes down the throat, that's the first esophageal sphincter. When it opens up like that, what happens is the other sphincters want to open. So your tear duct sphincters will open as well. And then that's why a tear will come out of your mouth. For the same reason, if you ever go to the bathroom and you do a number 2, your body wants to do a number 1 at the same time, because when your anal sphincter opens, your urinary sphincters want to open at the same time. And so do your sphincters to your tear ducts. All of them want to open at the same time because your body is releasing and letting go. And it's hard to keep one sphincter closed and one sphincter open. Not impossible, but very, very, very hard. So when you have a good dick and it gets to the very, very bottom of the throat where it enters the esophagus for real, and that first esophageal sphincter will open, it will cause a little tear because the tear duct sphincters will open and tears will come down. And there's our learning moment for the day. I don't even know how we even got down this road. Ladies, I don't know how we got down this road, but your boy know what he talking about. That's also why, now this might get a bit graphic, so if you can't handle it, prepare yourself. If you do or have anal sex, oftentimes you will feel like you have to go take a piss, because what's happening is because that anal sphincter is opening, the urinary sphincters will open as well, and it will make you feel like you have to piss when there may not actually be any urine inside of your bladder at all. So you'll run to the bathroom thinking that you gotta pee, and nothing will come out because truly there wasn't any urine in there. It's just the fact that the internal and external urinary sphincters have opened because the anal sphincter opened and you felt like you had to use the restroom. So all of that happens. Yes. Let me go back and see what y'all said in this chat. Ciao. You said, come on, diagram. We did have a whole diagram. I had to draw it so you can see what I was talking about. Child, all my gay children's got the lesson. Child, we had child. All my gay children, child, all of them know what they doing. They all know all about it, honey. You can't get them. The child, my kids, honey, they know all about it, honey. They are masters at it. Oh, that you have a teacher. Child, you gotta know something. If you're gonna be good at sex, you can't just. You gotta know some anatomy and physiology in order to be good at sex. Gotta know some anatomy and physiology. Now, child, we always go left at some point. I don't know how we got down this road. We got whole ass diagrams and everything going on. Man, we got a whole lot going on. Why I thought that men couldn't get the feeling of having to urinate when they had an erection. Now, you can't. Well, what happens with the male body is this: when the male gets really, really, really aroused and is involved in having sex, once he gets to a certain level, he will not be able to urinate, because what happens is in the inside of a man's body, you have different things: the Cowper's glands, the prostate, and so forth and so on. So when the body feels like it's ready to ejaculate, it will stop. And there's actual, just like I talked about in the throat, there's the flap that allows that goes up and down from breathing to swallowing and so forth. It's the same thing for urination as well as ejaculating. So what happens is there's an remember I said there were two urinary sphincters. There's the internal urinary sphincter, which is at the base of the bladder. There's the external urinary sphincter, which is at the base of the pelvis. The urethra is at the base of the pelvis. And so when a man is getting aroused, he's really, really, really aroused, he won't be able to pee, especially if it's during sex, because the body is saying, no, we need to ejaculate. So we're stopping the ability for urine to come out to allow for semen to come out. So that's why now it's not impossible, I'll say, to pee, but it becomes very, very hard and requires a lot of not ejaculation, requires a lot of concentration, because the body has said, no, we're about to ejaculate. We don't need urine right now. We need ejaculate. And so that's what happens. So that's why now it is impossible to ejaculate and piss at the same time, for the reason that I told you. The body shuts off one pathway and allows the other pathway to go. So it is impossible to do both at the same time. But it's also which is why men have difficulty in the mornings using the restroom. You got to go to the restroom real bad, but you're also erect as well. And so that becomes a whole feat because of the aesthetics first, because you got to try to point that thing down, and it's rock hard, and it's just all over the place. It's just in the morning, it's just very difficult. It's just way too difficult in the morning. Just way too difficult. Yeah, that's a whole ordeal that women, you will never understand. You will never understand the difficulty. You will also never understand going number 2 and deciding whether or not what you're going to do, because if your tank is not deep enough, you going in that water. Well, some people don't go in the water because maybe they just don't have enough to deal with, and that's okay too. But those people who know what I'm talking about, you going in the water. Yeah. Now, I did know about the urinating and ejaculating. Yeah, you can't do both at the same time. If a woman is sticking her man from behind, oh God, and he turns around to lay on his back and then throws his legs back, should she think, you know what? I'm not doing this with you today, little bit. Little baby, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. Okay. Maybe he's just trying to get more comfortable. All right, Lady T, have a good night, boo. We ain't gonna be on here much longer. We already been on here an hour. It's almost 8 o'clock. I know people got their shows to watch and everything. I gotta have nots to watch a review tonight. And we've been having us a great time. But I've heard of it, and I just want to know. I'm not doing this with you today, little baby. Welcome to TikTok Wilton. Please drop a like. You know what? House of debauchery. House of freaking debauchery. I appreciate being able to, teach the people and enlighten the people on some things. Yes, the anatomy of it all. The anatomy of it all. I'm just reading through the comments. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, and also if you really want to know, um, no, that's going too deep into anatomy and physiology. That's just for geeks and nerds. How do you get in the mind frame to swallow? I can't do that. When you mean swallow, do you mean swallow cum or do you mean deep throating? Because there could be a difference. Hey, Nappy Child. We done had a good live here, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to private this live right after. Y'all already know that. Y'all know how I roll. It all depends on the man's diet. If they eat clean, the diet the does alter the taste of ejaculate. Mm-hmm. Okay, so are we going to the master class in equestrianism? You are silly, Jacqueline. You are silly. The thing about swallowing ejaculate is this, little baby. It's not something that you want in your stomach. What you want to do when you're a professional, you can allow it in your mouth to give the illusion that you're swallowing. But after that, after he pull out and everything, you need to go spit that out because we talked about this on the live a couple weeks ago. Ejaculate does not digest. It does not. The gastric juices do not dissolve ejaculate. It is very strong stuff for the purpose of procreation. So it needs to be able to withstand a whole lot. So what ends up happening is it will actually coat and block gastric juices that are supposed to be released in the stomach. It will cause you to have a stomach ache because what it'll do is it'll coat the stomach lining, and when the gastric juices are trying to be released, because what happens is when something enters your stomach immediately says, oh, okay, it's time to try to break this stuff down. So let me release some gastric juices into the stomach because that's going to help in breaking this stuff down. Problem with that is this: the ejaculate will then coat the stomach and it will be so thick that the gastric juices won't be able to release like they should, and they will stay against the lining of your stomach, and it will cause your stomach to hurt because it'll start to eat away at the lining of your stomach and it causes the stomach ache. If you hold, because it'll sit there, it takes a long time for it to actually pass, and it will actually stay there in your stomach for a while. Now eventually it does pass, it goes through the intestines, but it comes right out in the fecal matter. It does not digest at all. That stuff is strong. In the same vein, when it gets in your eye, it causes you to have a red eye, not pink eye. You will get red eye for some time because it's going to sit there and it causes your eye to be red for like a day or two. You can put all of the Visine you want in your eye. Ain't gonna do nothing. Just saying. I keep a deep plastic cup near the bed. Let my you. I'm not doing this with y'all. Same for us as women. We should drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruit. It makes us taste sweeter. Interesting. I mean, not that women are my ministry, but that's interesting. That's what I thought. I'm not eating semen. I always spit it. Yeah, you need to spit it out. You can hold it in your mouth until he pulls out and goes around the corner. Then you can go spit it out somewhere because you'll need to. That's not good. That's not healthy. I mean, if you take too much, you'll have to get your stomach pumped. I'm serious. Mm-hmm. Anyway, y'all, we've been on here for an hour, 1 hour, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We've had a great. I've enjoyed being live with y'all today. We had. I don't know how y'all took. I was supposed to read this other article. I'll just read the headline that says the U.S. Navy is investigating videos of service members in bathrooms uploaded to adult websites. So yeah, our tax dollars are going to the U.S. Navy investigating our men in uniform uploading videos to porn websites from inside of, bathrooms inside of, aircraft carriers and submarines and stuff like that. That was supposed to be my second article, but we went down the road less traveled. Remind me on Saturday, somebody, to read that article. Okay? I ain't doing this with you, Yolanda. I ain't doing this with you. Yeah, remind me on Saturday to bring that up, okay? Child, my brother used to be on submarines all the time. He's not on right now, but he loves it down there. He loves being underwater in the submarines, months at a time. You know what? I told y'all we came here to have a good time, to lighten the mood, have a good time, and we learned. Y'all know I always say we have to learn, we have to laugh. We definitely was a little debaucherous. I don't think we threw that much shade today, but that's good because we wanted to be light and laugh. Okay. Yes. But I thank you for being here. Y'all, let's put a Shondo in the chat before we go on out. Y'all know how we do. I love y'all. I love on y'all. And I thank y'all for being here with me. I know y'all used to really be giving y'all her celebrity gossip, but I'm glad y'all came on over here with me so that we can be over here being debaucherous in the house of debauchery. Really be out being fast. That's why she ain't on tonight. She's somewhere being fast. Y'all know what y'all grandma used to say about them fast girls. She's somewhere being fast, y'all. Being fast. Anyway, y'all, it's been real. It's been fun. Until next time, I don't know when that shall be. Y'all know I got a review for love for Have and Have Nots coming out tonight. Y'all know I'm gonna have to probably drag Tyler like I always have to do, and I'm sure you'll be here for the dragging that will happen. And anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. Until next time, I'm out, y'all.